ballot. So it's going to be very interesting.
Your candidacy lies exclusively on the outcome of March 15th in Ohio, 66
well, for any of us, like, look, I have to win like 68% of all the delegates. Marco's got to win like 64. I mean, could it happen? Of course it could happen, but it's unlikely. And all I'm suggesting is it looks increasingly, if I win Ohio, as though we will have a convention that will come together to pick, I would think, the adult in the room. Now, and we'll see. These are very interesting times.
But what did you, no question, what did you think of Mitt Romney's plea from Utah yesterday?
I think part of Mitt Romney's plea was way over the top. I mean, I just don't believe you beat Donald Trump by smearing him. I think you have to have a bigger vision. Now, you know, your buddy Frank Luntz had a focus group last night. He invited me to go to it. And there were 3 people who were in there that he called on. Each one of them was a Trump supporter. After the debate, they said they had switched from Trump to Kasich. So I believe that you beat him with vision. I think you beat him with record, because people do want these problems solved. Now, look, I also understand the people who are all worked up. I mean, they feel totally ripped off, okay, by the system. I grew up in a town where we all felt kind of ripped off. So I understand it, but what they want is, give me the medicine. Tell me what we're going to do to make us healthy again. Give me some hope. So if you spend your time trashing somebody else, you're not giving them hope. You're just making their supporters that much more intense for them.
The reason
now, Mitt said some things about his policy positions. Mitt said some policy things that were exactly right, but I'm not going to call names.
Just to be clear, Romney's plea makes no difference in this campaign. That's what you just said, correct?
His plea about what?
His plea to get behind you or Rubio Cruz, or essentially
no, I think that's good.
Donald Trump.
No, I think I think Mitt's got stature. I'm just saying that when I looked, first of all, I didn't hear the whole speech. I just saw that some of it was attacking Trump personally, and some of it was issue-oriented. And I very much appreciated him saying if he was a voter in Ohio that he would vote for me. I also think these endorsements are greatly overrated, to tell you the truth. I mean, what happens is what happens, you know, on the block. Now, I'll tell you the other thing that matters, getting a little bit of attention, because I've got Coke and Pepsi up there, and I'm little Kasich down here, and people are now saying, well, you know, he's an interesting brand. I wish I could know more. So the more that you put me on, Bill, the better I will do. That's what I think.
Everybody trails by double digits in Michigan if the polling is right. And you trail in your home state, apparently, by 5 points, if that is the truth.
Well, you know,
look. So how are you going to do on Tuesday in Michigan?
We'll do all right, but this is not the end-all, beat-all. The end-all for me is Ohio, and we are going to win Ohio. And, you know, look, we have a poll out of Baldwin Walsh that shows us even. Head-to-head, I beat Donald Trump by 18 points in Ohio. So let's just see what happens.
All right.
And we're going to take things one day at a time.
Just one last point here. You affirmed it last night. I want to hear it yet again. If Trump's the nominee, will you support him? Yes or no?
I will be the nominee, Bill. Okay, I'm sorry. I mean, but I will support the Republican that emerges from this at the convention, which is where I think we're going to end up.
Wow. John Kasich, thank you, sir.
It may be you, Hemmer. Hemmer, they may call you in. They may call you in.
I've got a job.